Ever wondered why some relationships feel like a constant uphill battle while others are a peaceful stroll in the park? Welcome to our exploration of the complex world of relationships and the crucial role of motivation for women within them. In this video, we'll be sharing 10 essential pieces of advice for those navigating the dating scene, derived from the wisdom of hindsight. So, buckle up as we embark on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Stay tuned as we delve into these 10 gems of wisdom that I wish I knew while dating in my 20s. First and foremost, remember this. Just because he's a good guy doesn't mean he's the right guy. Let's take a moment to delve into that. It's easy to be drawn to someone who treats you well, who is kind and respectful, and who seems like a genuinely good person. But sometimes, despite these positive traits, they may not necessarily be the right person for you. You see, compatibility goes beyond the surface-level qualities of a person. It's about shared life goals, similar values, and mutual respect. It's about understanding each other's dreams, supporting one another's ambitions, and being able to grow together. It's about finding someone who not only treats you well, but also aligns with your life goals and values. So don't rush into a relationship simply because he's a good guy. Take your time, get to know him, and most importantly, get to know yourself. Hold out for someone who not only treats you well, but also aligns with your life goals and values. Know what you want and don't be afraid to admit it. In the labyrinth of relationships, having a clear understanding of your desires is akin to holding a compass. It's about acknowledging your needs, your dreams, your aspirations, and what you won't tolerate. It's about knowing that you deserve respect, love, and happiness, just like everyone else. In a relationship, open and honest communication is key. It's essential to convey your expectations, your boundaries, and your feelings. This might seem daunting, but remember, your voice matters. It's not about demanding, but about expressing. It's about having a conversation, not a confrontation. If you're clear about your needs, it not only helps your partner understand you better, but also aids in building a strong, healthy relationship. And if someone can't respect your wants or tries to belittle them, perhaps they're not the right one for you. Your needs and desires are valid, and expressing them is a sign of strength, not weakness. Beware of men who take you to expensive restaurants on a first date. Now, this might seem counterintuitive. After all, who doesn't enjoy a bit of indulgence? But pay attention to the underlying message here. It's not about the fancy dinner, but rather about setting boundaries and understanding intentions. In the early stages of dating, it's easy to get swept up in the grand gestures, the extravagant settings, and the allure of an opulent lifestyle. But remember, a first date is about getting to know each other, not about who can foot the biggest bill. What's crucial is to be vigilant about potential red flags. If you feel like you're being manipulated or pressured into something you're not comfortable with, it's okay to step back. You don't owe anyone anything, especially not because they've treated you to a lavish meal. Remember, you owe nothing to anyone just because they treated you to a lavish meal. In the first 6 months, you're seeing a version of him, not his real face. Have you ever heard of the honeymoon phase? Well, it's that period in a relationship when everything seems perfect, like a romantic movie. It's filled with sweet gestures, flawless conversations, and endless laughter. But let's be real, no one is perfect, and this phase is temporary. This phase is often a mask, a version of your partner that might not be the true representation of who they are. It's crucial to remember that it takes time to truly get to know a person, their quirks, their flaws, their strengths, and their weaknesses. It's these elements that make a person unique, and understanding them is what builds a strong, lasting relationship. So, don't rush, take your time. Enjoy the journey of discovering your partner. It's okay to take things slow. Give it time. The real person will eventually reveal themselves. An insecure man will always try to put you down. You see, insecurity is a complex beast. It can rear its ugly head in many forms, often manifesting as criticism, control, or even manipulation. These behaviors can be subtle, so much so that you may not even realize you're being affected by them. You're an individual, a woman full of potential, dreams, and the strength to achieve them. Your journey is unique, vibrant, and full of the vitality that is you. Insecurity in a partner can cast a shadow over this brilliance, making you question your worth and capabilities. Remember, a relationship should be a partnership, filled with mutual respect and admiration. If you're constantly being made to feel like you're too much or too little, it's not a reflection of you, but rather the insecurities of the other person. Don't let anyone dim your light so that they feel better about themselves. You're more than enough, just as you are. Enjoy being single because even if you marry at 35, you still have many years to be married. Here's the thing, being single isn't just a waiting room for marriage. It's a time to build your own life, to explore the world, and to discover who you really are. This is the time to dive into your hobbies, to take on new challenges, and to set personal goals. You see, when you're single, you have the freedom to make decisions without having to consider anyone else. This independence can be incredibly empowering. It allows you to grow, to change, and to become the person you want to be. So, my dear, don't see being single as a negative. Embrace it, cherish it. Use this time to learn about yourself, to love yourself, and to build a life you're proud of. Don't rush into a relationship. Enjoy your single life and the freedom it brings. Don't date a man who's not willing to prioritize you. This point may sound a bit harsh, but let's dive deeper into what it truly means. It's not about being the center of someone's universe or expecting them to drop everything for you. No, it's about mutual respect and effort. It's about being with someone who understands that a relationship is a partnership, and that means sometimes you'll need to be their priority, and sometimes they'll need to be yours. If you're constantly feeling like an afterthought, or if your needs and wants are always taking a backseat to theirs, then that's a problem. You deserve to be with someone who values your time, your feelings, and your needs. Because in a healthy relationship, you're not just an option, you're a choice. So remember, you deserve someone who values you as much as you value them. When a man shows you who he is, you better believe him. This piece of wisdom may seem simple, but in practice, it's often overlooked. It's easy to get caught up in sweet words and grand promises, but let's remember that actions are the true measure of one's character. In relationships, it's crucial to pay attention to how your partner behaves, not just what they say. Are they respectful? Do they make an effort to understand you? Do they keep their promises? These are the telltale signs of a person's true character. We all want to believe in the best of people, but sometimes it's their actions that reveal the truth. So, if he shows you kindness, respect, and integrity through his actions, then you found a gem. But if his actions don't match his words, it's time to rethink. Actions speak louder than words. Believe what you see, not just what you hear. To wrap up, when you're young and innocent, it's wonderful to listen to his beautiful words. But remember, it's not just about the sweet nothings whispered in your ear. It's about actions that speak volumes. This is the essence of all the points we've discussed today. Let's recap. It's crucial to know that even if a person appears good, it doesn't necessarily mean they are right for you. Understand your needs and don't shy away from expressing them. Be cautious of those who try to impress you with grand gestures on a first date. You owe them nothing but your company. Keep in mind that the initial 6 months in a relationship often portray an idealized version of the person. It takes time to truly get to know someone. And remember, anyone who tries to belittle you, who tells you that you are too much or too little, is not worth your time. Relish your singlehood. There's no rush to settle down. Even if you tie the knot at 35, you have a lifetime ahead to enjoy marital bliss. Don't stick around waiting for closure. Move onwards and upwards. Importantly, a man who isn't willing to prioritize you isn't worth your time. It's essential to understand that actions are louder than words. When a man showcases his true colors, believe him. Remember, what he does is more important than what he says. Stay true to yourself and don't settle for less than you deserve.